All right, the first session of day 2 of the India Today Conclave is about to start. So let's cut across live over there where Yoga Guru Baba Ramdev will speak on sex and spirituality. And joining him will be philosopher and author Swami Satya Vedant.
Ayurveda expert Swami Ramdev. A huge round of applause there for our first speaker of the session. Our two guests on sex and spirituality, popular yoga and Ayurveda expert Swami Ramdev, whom I just introduced, and Swami Satya Vedant, author and philosopher. Thank you both for being here.
Good morning, everybody. I don't know why I'm chosen always to perform a job which is most controversial and difficult. Yesterday was politics, today is sex and something else. Anyway, as Mr. Puri wishes.
जब मेरी बारी आएगी तब मैं भी बताऊंगा.
Anyway, I follow your command, sir. That's my order. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and welcome to a session that will, I am sure, appeal to your senses as well as your soul. A session that I hope will strike a balance between sensuous and the spiritual. Our topic is sex and spirituality. Do they complement each other? That's the question we are going to ask both of them. Or are they confrontational? Does one exclude the other? Or are they two aspects of the same experience? We can go on asking, and there are no easy answers. Still we know this much. Traditional religions have so many sexual taboos. There is no moral universe out there in which sex, when uncontrolled, rhymes with sin. In certain religions, the purest form of submission to the God is abstinence or celibacy. Which brings us to another question. Do you need the support structure of established religion to be spiritual? Or simply, but spiritual always religious? Then we have the religious history of eroticism. Well, you can always find Hindu gods and goddesses in erotic postures. You could find them only in Khajuraho. You could even see them in ancient art. Or what about tantric sex? Or sensuality or Sufism? So sex is not a dirty, it could be even divine in the erotic history of religions. But gods are not the problem here, but the brand ambassador on earth are. They are gurus who say that good breathing techniques or meditation would give you pleasure greater than sex. Oh, really? Majority of us would say would like to take deep breaths during sex and meditate afterwards. Take Kama Sutra, the ultimate sex manual. You have a yogi here, maybe like one of our flexible speakers, who take one of those positions or postures in Kama Sutra. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not a sex guru, not a spiritual person either. We have with us two gurus with different perspectives on sex and spirituality. One of them, Swami Ramdev, does not do it. I mean sex only. But he has very strong views on it. Like most Hindu yogis and gurus, he is a celibate. He is much more than that. Sometime I do so many Siddhi Bas I've done with him. I called him sex guru. I called him sex guru. I called him text guru. I called him Rajniti guru. Whatever guru, because he has a view of everything. He presides over the biggest empire of the soul in this part of the world. He is the richest. According to the newspapers, I don't know how much money he has got because he doesn't look like a money owner. Worth more than 500 crores. He is the only person who can take on Vrindakaran. Sorry?
सुबह-सुबह देवियों को याद कर.
More than 30,000 seekers pass through his ashram Haridwar every day. And more than 1 lakh people take breath with him almost every place in the country. And you know, the erstwhile firebrand socialist George Fernandez suffering from Alzheimer, is being treated at his ashram. Baba Ramdev is a preacher and healer as well. I may even call him Hinduism's most popular televangelist, because he don't tell you everywhere. Millions breathe with him, stretch with their body with him, and listen to his gospel every morning on television. Soul cleansing and body beautiful, and that could be Swami's salvation packet to the masses. And they are multiplying. So are the controversies around him. He said homosexuality is a disease, and he can cure it. But gays are not queuing up outside his ashram like many others are for healing touch. Because that kind of healing touch he can't provide to them with the need. They found his homophobia sickening. Brahmacharis should not be talking about things they are not familiar with or have no practice. But that was their attitude. That was their attitude. Yogi, healer, preacher, Swami Ramdev is guru whose power spread far beyond his ashram or the banks of Ganga. His influence, ladies and gentlemen, extends from prayer room to the bedroom as well. Our other speaker this morning is Swami Satya Vedant, a disciple of Osho. He is a globally respected authority on meditation awareness, a scholar guru. He has doctorates from the University of Michigan. He has recently written two more books, The Luminous Rebel, The Story of a Maverick Mystic, and Buddha, Why Not You? A scholar guru, he has doctorates from the University of Michigan, I told you. He has served on the faculty of University of California and University of Michigan. He has given numerous public lectures and meditation workshops in India and abroad, including at the UN, the Pentagon, and the World Bank. He is a Vice Chancellor of Osho Multi-University in Pune. The brief biographical sketch gives you an idea of Swami Vedant and his ideas on sex and spirituality. For a spiritual scholar, schooled in the teachings of Osho, sex can't be a restriction. It can only, for them, it is liberation. This is what Osho said in one of his discourses. I quote, "The sex inside man, the libido, is even more vital than electricity. A minute atom of matter annihilated an entire 100,000 people in the city of Hiroshima. But an atom of man's energy can create a new life. In each person, sex is more powerful than an atom bomb." Unquote. It doesn't kill, it creates. And for Osho, sex was the road to super consciousness. I now invite Baba Vedant Sahib to come and give his point of view on spirituality or sex. Choice is yours, sir. You want to talk about what else?